Since Jost Capito left Williams in December of 2022, many people have been wondering who would take the team principal role at Williams. I've seen nearly everyone you can possibly think of be suggested for this role, including Binotto from Ferrari, which I never really saw us on. But we have to remember that Williams, despite their recent sort of lack of success, they are a massive draw still on the Formula One grid. It's a name with massive history, and it's a team which could seem attractive to a lot of drivers and to a lot of staff just because of the history. But today we got our answer on who would be taking this role. And the answer was James Vowles. He's coming from Mercedes, an outfit he's been with for 20 years under the previous guises of BAR and Honda and Brawn. He's been there the entire time. I believe he was a race engineer initially, all the way up to what his current or last role was as the motorsport strategy director, I think, with Mercedes. So he's got 20 years within Formula One. What do you think to this hire? Is it a good appointment for Williams? Is it a mistake? What do you think's going to happen? For what it's worth, I think this is a good shot for Williams. It's a good idea. Now, they were either going to promote internally or bring someone in. And I don't know enough, honestly, about the structure of Williams to know who they could have internally promoted. But in James, they're bringing in someone with vast experience and recent experience of being right at the top of F1. Granted, Red Bull over the past couple of seasons have taken like the Drivers' Championship and stuff like that. But James Vowles, he's got so much experience of winning and maybe, crucially, from earlier in his career, not winning. So going from something like BAR and Honda, going from those types of situations all the way up to the heights of where Mercedes have gotten to, he'll have experience of building a team up and or being part of a team being built up. He'll have been the understudy to quite a few different team principals and just watched how this can be done. And this is super important for Williams and something James touches on, that he really, really wants to work on building something back up again, building Williams back up. And I honestly think this is a good move. It'll be interesting to see his style of management and what happens with Williams. And hopefully they've got the budget to really push forward. He takes the reins at Williams from the 20th of February and says he can't wait to get started. I would love to know your thoughts. Did you think anyone else was in the running for this, or did you have a hunch about anyone coming in for this? I'd really like to know what people think on this. I didn't see this coming at all. The core of Mercedes, like management, if you like, I always think they look really, really sort of solid as a unit. Admittedly, in the past, Brawn has left and Paddy Lowe has left. Paddy Lowe actually left to Williams as well, but that was all a bit strange. And it always seemed like maybe he was sort of used as a bit of a scapegoat, but I won't pretend I know too much about that Paddy Lowe-Williams situation. But there we are. James Vowles is now the new team principal at Williams going into the new season. It's going to be very interesting to see what goes on now. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to TSK F1. Thanks a lot.